welcome to another episode of Cooking with Saucy Sean's Fine Eats. I'm Saucy Sean and I make real food for real people like you. Now, today is January 22nd, 2022. Past day, the rock and roll legend Meatloaf died. He passed away before our eyes. There wasn't a dry eye in the place, I hear. But that's okay. 2 out of 3 people will get some of these jokes. The others won't, and that's good enough. So, with the passing of Meatloaf, people might be afraid, oh, we can't have Meatloaf anymore, and a lot of people like Meatloaf. It's like a dream for a lot of people, like a rock and roll dream come true to have Meatloaf. It's not for me. I don't mind it, but I can live without it. But we're gonna go ahead, go through this like a bat out of hell, and see if we can get some Meatloaf made for y'all. I'm sorry, apparently my camera, the white balance seems to be changing, and I'm not sure why, so I apologize for that. Not much I can do about it. We'll just make the best of it, shall we, folks? And you'll do this for me, because you'll do anything for me, right? Anything for love? Me? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. So here we go, folks. We're going to make a simple meatloaf. You can do all sorts of things with meatloaf. There's no set recipe in the world. Meatloaf is really cool because you can eat it just as a main dish. You can put it into a sandwich and eat it. A lot of southern, I think it's southern restaurants actually, like Cracker Barrel, probably has a meatloaf sandwich. I don't know if they do, but a lot of places do. So, pretty simple thing to start with. We're going to take 2 pounds of fresh ground beef. I diced up some garlic and some jalapeno, and I had a little bit of fresh basil left from my plant that died. So I'm going to throw them in there with the ground beef. You don't have to use garlic. You don't have to use jalapeno. You can use onions, and then there really won't be a dry eye in the place. Just remember, I was also going to put some barbecue sauce in. I just happen to have some sitting in my fridge, which I'm not really using. So I'm going to throw some barbecue sauce on there. Let's just finish that off. There we go. I'm going to put in some Ritz crackers that I've crunched up. We'll use them to bind things. You can use any kind of cracker, bread, or nothing. It's really up to you. Just acts as a bit of a binder. I'm going to throw a couple teaspoons of salt in for seasoning. This salting's almost empty finally. There we go. Got a bit of ground mustard. I have really limited spices here, as you probably are aware by now. Just stuff I buy to make recipes. So I don't have a lot of stuff sitting around waiting to go in it. You can put ketchup in your meatloaf. A lot of people do. A lot of people eat meatloaf with ketchup. I'm one of them. Yes, I am. I'm going to put some black pepper in. And, it's Saucy Sean, and I'm a little bit spicy. So I've got a little bit of hot Mexican-style chili. Yeah, chili powder. Why not? What we're going to do is just going to mix all this up. While I'm mixing it up, I'm going to talk a little bit about my supper tonight. I went to what I finally discovered to be what I consider the best barbecue place I've been to. It's here in Kennesaw, Georgia. It's called Big Shanty. It's a family-run place. It's only open like 11 to 7 on Wednesday through Saturday, so it's really hard to get in there. But man, it was good. I've been to a few places where I've had some good barbecue, but I usually will get a sampler to figure out what's good, right? And so, usually in the sampler you'll have some pork, you'll have some brisket, you'll have ribs. This and usually something is good, really good. But the other stuff is more, meh. It's okay. But this place, it was sliced brisket, pork, ribs, and homemade sausage. Oh, that sausage was good. The brisket was great. The ribs were great. The pork was great. The sauce was good. It was all good. This is a place, if I can, I will go back to. So I'm going to go back to my meatloaf here. It's all mixed up here. Now, you can cook meatloaf in a loaf pan. Get it? Meatloaf. Or you could cook it in a casserole pan, shape it into a bit of a loaf. Or, you know what I'm going to cook it in? That's right. My cast iron frying pan. And even with this, I've got a couple of choices. I can loaf it like that. or I can flatten it out and just make a giant patty. That's all meatloaf is a rectangular patty. I can cover, I can leave it uncovered. I'm going to do it like this loaf here. I think I'm going to do it uncovered so I get a nice crisp outer layer on it. And I'm going to put it in a 350-ish oven for an hour, hour and a half. Now meatloaf himself is probably going to be cooked in a 1400 to 2000 degree Fahrenheit oven for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So there's a little bit of difference in cooking here. But we'll see how it goes. Truly do want to honor him. He did some great songs. I'm not a huge fan. I don't dislike him. But a lot of people really enjoyed his music, and we can still enjoy meatloaf for family dinners, lunches, breakfast, whatever meal you want to have it for. So I'll show you this one. It's cooked. Again, about 350 for, I'm going to call it an hour and a half in this oven. If I had a temperature thermometer proby, I'd thermometer it. I'm just going to have to guess. So, we'll come back at you soon. Hey folks, welcome back. We have our meatloaf all done here. Just took it out of the oven. It's not incinerated. It's not just ashes. It is edible. So I just cut a piece off here. Take a look at that. Look at that. Nice. I like the chunks of garlic. I'm a garlic guy. What can I say? So we're going to give this a go. It's cooling. So you can do all sorts of things with this. Make some great leftovers. Make some great sandwiches out of it. You can just have it with your favorite sides. Oh, that's really good. Takes the words right out of my mouth. So again, just a simple thing you can cook up. Doesn't take a lot of prep. Doesn't take a lot of talent. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. That's really good, actually. I really like that. I'm gonna have another bite. I tell you, this can make your rock and roll dreams come true. Yeah, that's really good. Oh, a little bit of kick to it. I like that. Anyways, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. To Meatloaf's families, not his families, but his family, his friends, my sincere condolences. I know a lot of people enjoyed his music and stuff, and, well, he will be missed by them. And for everyone else, have a great day. Remember, Jesus loves you. Seriously, he does. Just wanted to say that, because it is important. So, Saucy Sean hopes this video was useful to you and wishes you a great day. Take the English as a first language problems tonight. We'll talk to you later. Take care. Oh, sorry, I have one last question for you. I've been watching the Spider-Man movies to get caught up so I can go watch the new Spider-Man movie, because I've never spent a lot of time watching the Spider-Man movies. Is Spider-Man a big litter bug? Really, think about it. He goes flying around, leaving his web tendrils all over the place. That's just litter. That's wrong. I don't understand. What happens to them? Do they disappear? Do they disintegrate? Do they just attract dirt and sit around like old cobwebs? Think about it for a while. It's wrong. Yeah. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you later.